Only 6 trials separate us from defeating the evil King Ganondorf himself and restoring balance to Hyrule once again here in Ocarina of Time. What's good, y'all? I'm the Psychedelic Seal, back to finish up my blind playthrough, my first full playthrough of Ocarina of Time. We have all 6 medallions. We've done the side quest we want to do. The only thing that we have left is to conquer Ganon's Tower. So let's go. So long ago, we climbed up these steps for the first time as we were trapped in the Sacred Realm for 7 long years. But now we have the ability to go ahead and go across the Rainbow Bridge. Seal, can you hear me? It's Rauru the Sage. We 6 will gather our powers to create a bridge to the castle where Ganondorf dwells. The castle's keep, which is known as Ganon's Tower, is protected by 6 evil barriers. Bring down the 6 barriers and save Princess Zelda. That sounds like a plan! We are granted access. So let us go finish our journey once and for all. We have all of the equipment that we need as we enter Ganon's Castle. Oh, and the music, it be ominous as well. We get into the central hub room, so we want to go up the central one, I believe. But of course we have to knock down the 6 barriers first. 1 to correspond to each temple that we have defeated thus far. So it only makes sense to go right in order. First up, let's conquer the forest trial. Barrier, I'm not really sure what they call them, but for our sake we're going to be calling them trials. We'll have some enemies to deal with, I'm sure, but nothing that we have to worry about too much, I think. At least one Wolfos we really don't have to worry about. We know that the Bigoron sword can make quick work of them. We get some rupees for our trouble, as we light some stuff right up. And then for the last one, I did see one above the door, so I'm assuming... How do you even equip this? Oh, you do it like that. This might be my first time using the elemental arrows this entire playthrough. Oh no, I think I've used fire arrows once or twice. It's so crazy to think that after so many years, I'm finally finishing this. So it looks like we are going to need some help from these different wind temple... Not wind temple. I'm assuming that we need hover boots? That would be a fair assumption, I think. So let's wait until this fan goes, maybe. Alright, looks like it's starting up. Nailed it. So what I'm sure we can go ahead and do for this central Beamos, let's go ahead and just get rid of them. Oh, I definitely think that I could make that. There we go. Oh, already did. Look at me go. Collect all of the rupees. I wonder if that's a lens of truth. Target. No, it doesn't look like it. We're gonna have to think of a way to get that shortly. Let's keep going. Ooh, oh, I see a switch right there. I'm sure that switch could be quite advantageous to us. Maybe? Oh, yes. I do think that is the case. Looks like we have a couple additional ones. So we can go right across here, then right on over here, and we'll just have to, maybe we can get this real quick. Now get back. Bring it back now. Take it back now, y'all. Wow, okay, that was fairly simple actually. So 1 of 6 done already. And I'm guessing we will have to use our fancy new light arrows to go ahead and make quick work of these. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Ganon, you give Hyrule a bad name. Hey, Saria, look at you. The forest barriers dispel. Hurry up, Seal. Sounds good. Was not expecting Saria to show up right there, not gonna lie. Whoa. That is very nice quality of life that we go ahead and get transported back right there. And that is 1 of 6 done. So, logical next step is of course going over to the fire trial. Just as we did before, let's go ahead and get rid of that central statue. Get dogged up, come on. There we go. Looks like we have another rupee puzzle to contend with. I'm gonna imagine that a lot of these become alive if you touch them. So we will try to kind of... Oh! We will try to kind of go around. I don't mind getting a little dogged up. I think that's gonna make it actually a little bit easier. We're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. And we're also here for an invincible time for half a brief moment because of a cutscene. The slugs. And I wonder if we can go ahead and... Oh, no, it doesn't look like we can use the Megaton Hammer through that, but it looks like there's a port through here. When in doubt, I feel like the Lens of Truth is going to be a very useful tool in this. It's a very easy way for the developers to try to make things a little bit more difficult, you know? No, we can't. What if we are able to shoot an arrow, perhaps? Nope. Okay. So that is a solid barrier. Let's go ahead and switch back into the Lens of Truth and see if we can go into the previous room and find something a little bit more advantageous for us. Nothing immediate. Nothing immediate. So let's go back in here. Now, I did notice... Oh, maybe that's the case? Since both of those slugs give us magic, I don't know if that could be possibly a hint. But let's go ahead and try the fire right here. See maybe if we can go ahead and hit it through the gate. Which it doesn't appear that we can do. Oh, there's an opening right there. I bet you go ahead and use Bomb Chews. Call that like right there. Little Bomb Chew Bowling 2.0 right now. Heck yeah. Worked like a charm, it did. I doubt this is going to give us anything too juicy. I don't even know where it spawns, so it's probably not going to give us anything juicy because I'm not going to stick around and find out. So my guess, there's got to be something... Oh, bet that there's a fire arrow that lets down the light, and then we go ahead and use the mirror shield to activate. I'm guessing one of the suns. I'm sure that the other suns are probably falsehoods, ready to sick an enemy on us. That seemed too simple. We'll light another one. Okay, I just happened to get the right one the very first time. Well, let's just go right through. We're not going to worry about it. As we finish our second trial. This is going by very speedy, actually. Naburu? The spirit barrier. Oh, wow. Oops. I got my oranges and my reds mixed up. That makes sense as to why we didn't have to use the Megaton Hammer at all. Okay, so we're going to be doing this like a trial sandwich, you know? We did the first one, now we did the last one. So now we got to get the lettuce in there. We got to get the lettuce right in there. So, in this case, the lettuce is going to be quite spicy and made of fire. Does the adult get another strength upgrade? Because I'm assuming that's what we need to finish that last trial right there. Oh, I think that Link definitely does, because I think there's a great fairy on the outside of the castle. Let's go ahead. We have plenty and plenty of health, but let's go and switch into the Goron's tunic, just to, you know, keep on brand. Oh, it's sinking, it's sinking. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I mean, could I even finish this one? Ooh, oh god. Oh god. Focus, focus. Alright, nothing too major yet. We don't have the means to go over there. So it looks like we might be able to go ahead and hookshot over to where that fire slug is, and then maybe hover boots from there. I think we might just want to hover boots everything, actually. Plus it gives us some additional time. Nailed it. A little bit slippery doodah. Alright, let's kind of try to get a running start right here. Okay, that doesn't work. That does not work. Part of me believes that we're actually not going to be able to finish this because we don't have that strength upgrade quite yet. Also, it appears that if you have the hover boots, you don't have to worry about this sinking. Oh no, it's definitely still sinking. Alright, let's see if we can chill out right here. Maybe get... No, I better lay of the land, because there's got to be a quick way to go over and get that last one. Now how do we do this? I wonder if that serves as like a what's it called, like a bridge. You know what? I bet that that's it. So it doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to get our lettuce for our trial sandwich right now. So let's go ahead and try to go into a different one. So instead of maybe getting the lettuce, let us get the shadowy meat, the dark meat. We got dark chicken legs over here in the Shadow Temple. Let's try over here. I'm sure that we'll still need the hover boot since that was the dungeon item. We'll just go ahead and equip a regular arrow for right now. Let's see if we can get rid of at least some of these enemies. Boom shakalaka. Really? Okay. So much like the Shadow Temple, obviously, there's probably going to be a lot of hidden barriers here. And it does look like we'd probably be able to light that torch with a fire arrow, so we'll give that a shot. Okay. Nailed it. Let's see if we can go ahead and put... We already have a hook shot out. Alright. We don't have to deal with the like, which is my favorite part. And we get some good old moolah for the fairies that I had to buy before we came over here. I'm gonna get this pot. We get the arrows. And no, we don't. They actually fell off into the abyss. So it looks like there's some... Okay, I think we should be able to just go ahead... Can we gap this? Barely. We should go ahead and unequip the hover boots right here. It should make it way easier to go ahead and cross that cavern, because it's a pretty platformy type of thingery-do. We need the Megaton hammer for right here. I see, that's what opens that. Let's go and head back over. I see a torch that would be able to be lit. Now what is that? Let's go and try to light this torch. Oh, I see. What does this do, though? This gives us a chest. No! I was trying to be fancy with it and it screwed me up. I have to start all the way from back here. Damn. You could actually go all the way through right here, which is actually what I'm gonna do. Oh, and then we don't have to go down there anyways. So what is the... Oh, we get a big chest here, actually. What's the big chest? Oh, there's a strength upgrade I was talking about. Found the golden gauntlets where you can feel even more power coursing through your arms. You can lift stuff up now. Awesome possum. We don't have to go back down there, which means that we don't have to go ahead and reactivate that switch, which is very nice. Let's just try to go ahead and make it right through here. Gonna have to do a jump. There we go. Heck yeah. Not too shabby. In 3, 2, 1. The Sage of Shadow Impa appears. It has been dispelled. Please save the princess. Very unified message going on with the sages. I appreciate that. Which makes sense considering they are, like, Princess Zelda is technically their leader, the 7th sage, and the leader of the rest of the 6. Probably a pretty important role in the grand scheme of things. So we have our dark meat. Let us go get our spicy lettuce once again. Am I going to stay with this analogy for the entire trial period? You bet I am. Now, let's see if we can maybe make our way over here, and with our brand new strength upgrade. Yo, do your squats, Link. Oh yeah, there would have been no way we would have been able to do that. Since... And there is how we get over to the last one. I didn't even know that there's a silver rupee here, so no matter what, we wouldn't have been able to do it. We'll go ahead and go with the hover boots method again, because that worked pretty darn well last time. Alright, we go right across here, and right across here. Awesome. Please don't tell me I have to collect all of them again. Doesn't look like I do. Oh, hurry, Mr. Link. It do be sinking on ye. Nailed it. Heck yeah. Probably don't need the hover boots from here on out. Hopefully we won't need them kind of honestly at all. We will probably need the iron boots. Oh, wait. That's very strange. You don't even need the Megaton Hammer for fire trial? Huh. I would not have guessed that. I probably should have collected magic before I went ahead and committed to that right there. That's okay. We see our old brother Darunia once again, as the fire barrier has been dispelled. Hurry up, brother. I shall, my brother. I shall. Four out of 6 trials are completed. Next, let us head into the water trial. Might as well go put on some fresh duds in preparation, because I'm sure we'll be underwater for at least some of this. So it looks like... Oh god, I don't have necessarily... Oh well, we can use... open up the chink, open up the thing. Recovery heart is very nice. Almost got dogged up right there. And I did get dogged up right there. You fool! I'm assuming you need the fire. And I actually don't have an empty bottle, I think. So the bugs have been with us for much of this journey. But it is time for them to go their own ways into this frozen tundra. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Thank you for your service throughout. And we get some blue fire, which we'll be able to use quite expeditiously right here. Do we have to go ahead and defeat all of the enemies too? Ooh, look at that. Pretty frame rate. Let's actually go ahead and get another one just in case. Just so we won't have to backtrack into this room again. Because I think you need to defeat these enemies. There's one. Ooh, you hear that? Ugh! Called it. We have... Ooh, this one's timed. Okay, we have a sliding block puzzle. Which, what are we supposed to do necessarily? Is there rubies? What's going on there? Does this just fall? Okay, that seems to be a good thing. I see a pot over there. I don't think that I did this right. I do not think that I did this right. Alright, I was correct thinking that we would need more blue fire, so that's nice. I think I pushed the wrong one over. Can I go ahead and go out of this room to reset? I hope? Because I'm 90% sure that I will not be able to complete it with what I have. Because I think that far block is supposed to go down into the hole. There's that. Then that. We'll go ahead and pull out the blue fire since that looks to be in our near future. I get why they didn't do it, but I kind of wish that the music was a little bit more dynamic in Ganon's in the tower right now. If it would have had all of the different temple musics, or like maybe this had ice cavern music or something like that, I think that would have been really cool. I get why they didn't do it, because it might have been a little too disjointed and a little bit too chaotic. But I would have liked to see that personally. I find it fascinating that we needed the Megaton Hammer more in this and in the Spirit? No, Fire. No, not Fire. I know we did need it in the Fire, but I find it fascinating that we needed the hammer more here than we did at the other places. Can I just jump up? Yeah, I can totally just jump up. I'm overthinking this. I thought you needed to pull a block over there. Alright, now this time, we will get some magic and some health while we're at it. And that would be 4... I mean, sorry, no, I can't even count today. 5 out of 6 trials completed. The water barrier is dispelled. Hurry up. Sounds good, Rudo. Always so bossy with me. And we have just one final trial to go. The light trial, I'm supposing is what it's going to be called. Which who knows what we're going to have to use for this, because, I mean, technically we get that one right off the bat as soon as we turn adult, so we might have to use a combination of, like, everything, maybe? Oh, it sounds like a Skulltula, maybe. Let's go ahead and pull out the Lens of Truth. Yep. Come on. Alright, there's that one gone. Hopefully a lot of these maybe just give... Okay, I'm imagining that a lot of these will go ahead and just give supplies. which I definitely will not complain about. Maybe we can end the game with a full wallet if this keeps up. Why have you done this to me, game? I was so optimistic that you were gonna give me what I needed. You do it again. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. I am a fool. Twice. Ah, so you have to defeat all of the enemies in the room. Let's hopefully not 3 of these be fools. Cool. I was actually looking for arrows since we were not running low. We still had 38, but I know. Damn it. Why do you do this? I was a fool thrice. And I'm imagining this is the small key that we need. Oh, looky there. And it looks like we'll actually have to use our ocarina for the first time in a while. What if that was an ice trap tool? Just like, you fool, you thought we were gonna help you? Alright. Well, I'm sure that there's probably a hookshot target to get to that very top one. Yep. There's one right there. So I'm thinking that maybe just using these hookshot targets might be the move. But I did see one right over there. Oh, and it looks like there's one right there too. But I bet that there's one hidden because doesn't... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought these things normally come in 6s. I think this is the right one. I have been lied to. Oh no. I'm pretty sure I just heard a what's it called, which is why has it thrown me for a fool? Oh, there's what's going on with these boulders, my dude? Maybe this is where we go, but maybe that there's like a not even that big of a swing around. Just I was overthinking it. And with this, all 6 barriers are broken. We have completed our trials based around the medallions, based around the elements, as the sage Rauru greets us to say the light barrier has been dispelled. Hurry. Absolutely will, but I gotta go make a quick visit to one of those creepy fairy fountains. And as the spiritual barrier surrounding the ascent up the tower is dissipated and goes into the ether, we are granted access towards the final leg of our journey. The true final leg. I've been saying that a lot, but this one's for real, everybody. But first, I know what we gotta go get. We gotta go get some insurance, because I'm pretty sure that Ganon can kind of rip you a new one in this fight. Oh, I also hear Skulltula. Oh, look. Well, we might as well add one Skulltula to our list. Why not? And with this, we end the game at 54 Skulltulas. I'm very happy about that. Especially knowing that that was the entire reason I've never finished an actual playthrough of this game, was trying to collect all these damn Skulltulas and always missing one. It's really cool to know that finally, I didn't worry about that. Especially because isn't the main reward only a bunch of rupees? I think you have an infinite amount. Basically it's infinite rupees. But yeah, for when you would get it in the game, you don't really need infinite rupees. We've never had an issue with that over the course of the playthrough that I can remember, at least. So yeah, it might have been really nice. Infinite rupees is way more beneficial in something like the Wind Waker, where you actually need 4,000 rupees to actually even beat the game. And this, you really don't need much. I'm trying to think of when I used rupees for things that were not necessary. Or, I don't even think, are rupees necessary in this game? I really don't think so. Because I'm trying to think of the mini games just give quiver upgrades and stuff like that. So you don't have to really worry about that. Yeah, I really don't think rupees are even necessary in this game. Maybe if you just get a tunic? Eaten? Anyways, I was going on a rant. As we get double magic. Not double magic, we already have that. Our defensive power is enhanced. We get that pretty white border around our hearts. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Sure thing, Great Fairy, but I don't think we'll be seeing you again. We already have 2 of your buddies stored in bottles, ready for our adventure, and I'm sure we'll be able to get a 3rd somewhere up here pretty quickly. So let's kind of think about this. We're probably going to be battling some Stalfos, probably some Iron Knuckles in this what did they call it? Did they call it the Gauntlet in Link to the Past? It's actually been so long since I played that game as well. I don't remember what they call the ascent towards the top of at the end of the game when you're going through like those 4 rooms with 4 enemies each. I forget what the community calls that, but basically we're going to be doing the same thing. Not sure how many rooms or even if that is a thing, but we're going to find out right now as we go into a very spooky looking, don't step on the spikes. Last thing you want is something to pierce your foot right at the end right here. Ooh, and we get the organ music. I like it. We don't got to worry about these keys right here. As we go into the Lizalfos. So far, not too bad. Ooh, I still need to try to use the light arrows, because I'm not sure if they function in the same manner. Oh, okay, maybe nothing over here is just creating ambiance. But yes, I mean, the organ music is always freaking cool. There's nothing that communicates a medieval evilness quite like ominous organ music. Call me a fan. So it doesn't look... Okay, definitely not as powerful as the Wind Waker light arrows. But it doesn't matter because we got a big ass sword, so that's all that really matters. As we get probably the final key for the game. Would this typically a boss key? I'm guessing you need a boss key to keep going. Seems a little silly because it feels like it'd be kind of inherently you have to get all these to go forward, but regardless, it is a nice little kind of added benefit. We get 2 iron knuckles, and you know what we're going to do to maybe resolve this a little bit quicker? I don't think we're going to need many bomb chews for the rest of the run. What happens if we just lay one down right here? Can you handle it? Oh my god, get cheesed up! The 2-for-1 special. All you need is like 11 bomb chews. Oh my god. I love that they totally set that up to be like, here's one of the hardest, like, quote-unquote common enemy battles you're gonna have in this game. And literally, if you don't do a thing and you just spam whatever button you have bomb chews on, you win. That's awesome. So cheesy, but I love it. Well, everybody, before we go in, let us save one last time and face evil king who has taken a grip over Hyrule, Ganondorf. So last minute supplies before we go into the boss room, which I'm assuming is this one. We're going to go ahead and pull out. I feel like Hookshot and Ocarina are going to be particularly useful for this. Maybe backwards long jump up this. Wahoo! That's another game I need to finish, actually, is Super Mario 64. I've never completed a playthrough of that either, but I've played it. I've played the first 3 levels many times. But that's a conversation for a different day. We got something a little bit more important going on right now. Yo, Ganon be playing the organ, though? He is musical? Who knew? He's honestly kind of shredding on that. And the 3 pieces of the Triforce have been reunited in the same room. The Triforce pots are resonating. They are combining into one again. The 2 Triforce pots that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago, I didn't expect they would be hidden within you, too. And now, finally, all the Triforce pots have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Whoa! Seal, I can't help you because of the waves of darkness. I can't get close. I'm sorry. That kind of sucks. Our one companion throughout all of this had to leave. Oh, God kind of dog me up. What happens if I, like... Oh, so you have to... Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down right now. So... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I need to figure out... So one of his attacks is where, like, he's like a ball. Focus. Get dogged up! Okay, now run, Link, run. Alright, so for the very first part, we don't have Z targeting, but after that, we do, which is kind of cool. Seems like Navi gets Z targeting back after we hit him with the light arrow. Alright. So far, so good. Alright, this isn't too bad thus far. I'm assuming that he's going to be pulling out some weird stuff like that. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do? It dogs us up, that's what it does. Dude, even with double defense, that did so much damage. Can we just, like, outrun it? Barely. So we gotta wait for another tennis ball opportunity, which looks like this right here. We have plenty of health, we have plenty of fairies. I'm not worried about it. Alright. That wasn't too bad, actually. That was not too bad. I think that's phase 1 done? The great, evil King Ganondorf beaten by this kid? The green blood. The green blood, because American audience could not handle actual blood. Seal. Yo, he's going kind of ham right now. Whoa. Yo, did he just freaking went nuclear on his castle? Ganondorf. Pitiful man. Without a strong, righteous mind, he could not control the power of the god. Oh, okay. So he got so mad that he just let, like, the overwhelming power of the Triforce consume him and basically make him implode. Seal, listen to me. His tower will collapse soon. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us in the ruins of the tower, so he's trying to just, you know, if I can't have it, nobody can have it. Please follow me. Sounds good. Lead the way, Zelda. We have 3 minutes to... Ooh. Wow. That frame rate be something else. I'm sure we can just kind of assume, well, there's pretty much one path right now. So let's just go ahead, kind of keep following on this path. You want to open this up for us, Zelda? Oh, so are these the different rooms that you found in between each... What's it called? Where are we going? Where are we going? Zelda, help a homie out. I'm right behind you. Open these up. Come on. Shit's falling all around us. Oh, dang, this is kind of high tension. Who'da thunk? It's only the end of the game. Nil! Okay. Whew, that was kind of a little close there. I mean, it is a pretty cool sequence, but it does seem to be a bit, what's going... What? Do I have to defeat something? Okay. Come on, come on. Alright. Okay, that actually makes it a lot more interesting. I thought it was just going to be like, alright, we're just going to, like, have you go through the rest of these towers, and you have to wait for Zelda to open each of them. Just like, okay, that's kind of... in my mind, but the fact that they at least threw in one battle, I like a lot. I mean, it does seem like we're getting a lot lower, which is nice. Yo, Zelda, why you gotta do this to your boy? She totally went to the left. I was just like, oh no, this is the way to go. And then just like juked us out right as a rock was falling on our freaking head. Go, Zelda! I need you to be strong right now. I am the one getting dogged by the rocks. You don't see me complaining about it. I also need to, I want to switch back into the green tunic. I completely forgot to do that. Get away from me. We do not have the time for you. Stupid redeads. You gotta traumatize me one last time in this game, don't you? Zelda, we don't have to worry about our health. We can rest after we're out of the falling tower. And I think that's it for this part. We get out just in the nick of time as the tower collapses upon itself. We'll say he did a pretty good job of destroying that tower, though. There's really not a lot left. It's over. It's finally over. I think that's the first time I've seen Link smile in this game. You're all good, Navi. We were able to knock it out, no problem. But if you could maybe help me in this one, that'd be pretty awesome, actually. So before we go into this final battle, we want to go classic Link, with the Hylian shield and the Kakiri tunic, the classic look. While he has been consumed by the Triforce of power, he has been able to contain it within himself, and he reverts to a much more sinister form. As we face Ganon. And that epic music that I've heard so many times. The Master Sword knocked out of our hands. There's no way he's going to hold me back again. This time, we fight together. Let's go, Navi. Thankfully, we have another sword. So, yeah, do the... I can't see! Alright, so you just gotta attack his tail. I remember that from that guide so many years ago. Go through his legs. So far, so good. He's moving a bit faster now. Okay. Come on. Only a few more swipes and we're done. Okay, don't do that though. You do that too much, we're gonna die. Thank God for the spins because I really cannot orient my camera right. Makes it very easy to go ahead and get off the shots that we need. I always remember growing up that, because I had read the strategy for this so many times, that I always thought it was going to be so hard being able to roll through his legs. I thought that was just like, really, that's the best way you do it? It's actually not too difficult. As we saw there, I honestly probably could have done that damage list, which is pretty impressive because we all saw how much damage I took throughout this game. Seal, the Master Sword is here. Let us go get the one true weapon for Link, the savior of Hyrule, to deliver the final blow. Nope, and not fall off the edge. To deliver one final blow. Oh. We're not dead yet. Ooh, backflip. Dual style. We'll finish this with the Master Sword, as is only appropriate. We gotta be close. Oh dear, oh dear my. Oh dang, was that Zelda screaming? Good God, that was terrifying. We're good, believe me. And finally, we are here. As Zelda confines Ganondorf by using the power as her being the seventh sage. Use your sword and deliver the final blow. Yo, you see his eyes bug out right there? Was not expecting that. Anyways. And that is it. Wow. 6 sages now. Ancient creators of Hyrule. Now open the sealed door and send the evil incarnation of darkness into the void of the evil realm. Wow. You. Curse you, Zelda. Curse you, sages. Curse you. Seal? Someday, when this seal will not be broken, I'm a stronger seal than that. That is when I will exterminate your descendants. When the oceans flood the world, I will see you again. As long as the Triforce of power is in my hand. Thank you, Seal. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world. For a time. All the tragedy that has befallen Hyrule was my doing. I was so young, could not comprehend the consequences of trying to control the sacred realm. I dragged you into it too. Now it is time for me to make up for my mistakes. You must lay the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time once again. However, by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Seal, please give the ocarina to me. As a sage, I can return you to the original time with it. When peace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. Now, go home, Seal. Regain your lost time. Home, where you are supposed to be the way you are supposed to be. But even then, like before this whole journey, we weren't really... It didn't really seem like we were having that great of a time in Kokiri Forest, to be perfectly honest. Our real only friend seemed like Saria. And is Saria even in the past? Thank you, Seal. Goodbye. Is Saria locked in the Sages despite us traveling technically back in time? That's a little bit unclear to me. But if Saria is not even in Kokiri Forest anymore, we really don't have any friends. And wow, I just got a wave of goosebumps with that credits rolling. But altogether, it's nice because there's obviously, like, I guess, what timeline or at what time does Link return to him being a child again? Is it, after we have defeated the 3 original dungeons, after we met the Zoras and the Gorons and made all of our friends in Lon Lon Ranch and stuff like that? Because if that is the case, then altogether Link's life is probably better because of this. He has a familial support, the support of different groups of people all throughout Hyrule. But if it's returning back to the very beginning of the game when Navi first awoke us, then it's really depressing, actually. Because then he has gone through all of this pain, made these connections that are gone to time, that all of these sages are now locked away in a spiritual place in order to prevent evil from taking over Hyrule again. And yeah, you could say something about that Link can go to the Gorons and the Zoras and all the people of Hyrule again to make friends and to make a support network again, but at the same time, a large amount of that support network was made because Link basically saved all of these people. For the Gorons, very directly saved them. And then for the Kokiri, maybe replanted the old tree. I'm just a little bit confused into what is the world that Link is returning to. Because it could be very good for him, but it also could be very bad. Or very empty, I think is a better way. But regardless, it's crazy to think that this is the first game that I ever, as we find our beautiful steed running across Hyrule Field. Look at that. This is the first video game I ever remember playing. It was the first game that I got into. Of course, I always played Pokemon more, and I was always a Pokemon kid because of the anime and all those different situations. But I never got into Pokemon the same way, lore-wise, that I did Zelda. And the fact that it was only a year ago that's beautiful. We get Ingo he's still a good guy. All the different peoples of Hyrule celebrating together. But the fact that I finished my first Zelda game all the way through, actually that's false, because I did finish Minish Cap when I was 12. Or right after that came out. I do not like you, Mr. Carpet Salesman. You are not trustworthy. You have stolen my money. Our betrothed. There's a lot of carpenters too. Oh, our betrothed. But it's just so crazy to think that I've always been so into the Zelda franchise and the idea and lore of the Zelda franchise. And this is the game that started it all for me. If it wasn't for this game and me being into it, fascinated with the story and the gameplay and just the overall place that it holds in pop culture history, it really does go beyond video games, I think, is The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time specifically. I mean, you talk to anyone my age, I'm 20, I just turned 26. You talk to anyone my age, plus or minus, 5-6 years, and it seems like almost everyone who's into video games has a story about Ocarina of Time, and this was the game that allowed people who weren't into video games to understand what video games could do. It was a huge step forward. So just for that, that's awesome. As we see the 5 sages reuniting on top of Death Mountain. Our friends, brothers, loved ones, loved interests, and protectors, looking down on Hyrule from the very top of the world. But yeah, I just cannot communicate just kind of how much this means to me, especially because I've I've hinted at it, and I won't go into detail about it because that's not what I want this channel to be necessarily, but I have gone through major life changes throughout recording this series, and it's so weird to think that for a while I was recording in the place where I became a young man, or a young seal, rather. Then the place, recording a few sessions in the place that I grew up, recording Shadow and Spirit there. And now that I am far away from where I grew up, that I am finishing this game. And it really has been a 20-year journey to beat The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And it's a feeling that's hard. It's a complicated feeling, to be perfectly honest, but it's a good one. Okay, so this gives us some context that Link is going back to Zelda. Does she recognize him? And it's left unanswered. I don't think you can say one way or another if Zelda recognizes him. So that means that there's a chance, it's almost like an Inception kind of situation, where Link might have just started this support journey. Actually, it makes sense, because it was at this point that they had, when Link first meets Zelda, that they could have changed the timeline into trying to say, hey, Ganondorf, that's not a good noodle right there. We got to stop him. So if that, the Gorons would still need help, and potentially Jabu Jabu, which means we would have to help the Zoras as well, but it's complicated, I suppose. So the situation Link finds himself in is, I think it's neither good nor bad, but I suppose as opposed to the very beginning of the game where Navi awakes us, it is a slightly more positive situation, because this seems like it at least has some type of possibility that there's some type of future here. It's open. It actually has some hope, rather than, Link being stuck in Kokiri Forest while not even being a Kokiri. I think that is a bit of a hopeless situation. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. I could go on about the personal importance of this game further and further, because this game, even though I had never beaten it, really paved the way for me to love video games as an idea and as an art form and as a fandom, I think, and being able to connect with people, just being like, oh yeah, I'm playing, like when I was telling people that I was playing Ocarina of Time for the channel, they always had some type of reaction to it. It was just like, oh, I remember playing that. Oh, this, that. Oh my God, that's so much fun. I really need to replay it myself. So it's just like, it's a weird thing that unites kind of a generation, I think. And I think that's really all I got. Because I could ramble on. I kind of am rambling, but I could go on and on about this at some length. Regardless to say, I have massively enjoyed this entire experience and gotten a lot more out of it than I really thought that I would. And honestly, just really looking forward to being able to revisit this again, maybe in 6 months or so, and just beat it in a weekend. Do a full playthrough and dive deeper into the story. Just really let it sit with me and contemplate. But sticking with me through the 4 or 5 months that this was uploaded, and we've welcomed some new people, some new seals into the Bob. I want to welcome you once again. Thank you so much for choosing to stick around for a little bit, as well as all of the people who have been watching since episode 1. I truly, truly appreciate you. It means a lot for me to be able to finish a long series like this and know that, like I was saying last episode, knowing that people are enjoying it, and hopefully my journey experiencing Ocarina of Time is brought at least a smile to your day or some nostalgia for you. I don't think I'm not completely done with Ocarina of Time yet. There are some things that I want to explore a little bit further, especially some more deeper analysis type stuff, because I want to get a better idea of how the sages interact and what maybe some history is there. So I'm not sure quite what that might look for in terms of the channel, but I do want to cover Ocarina of Time a little bit more. It will be some time before I do that, though. In any case, I want to, for one last time in this playthrough, thank you so much for choosing to spend your free time with me. I truly appreciate it. I really do. And I will see you cuties next time. Bye-bye, everybody.